What's up, nerds? I don't know if you guys have been paying attention or not, but we've been doing some horror short films on YouTube. Well, October is going to be here before you know it, and we had a great idea. We are going to slip in some full-length reactions for October. After all, October is the month of horror films, right? But here is the best part. You guys get to pick what I watch. There is one caveat, though. October has 4 Fridays, so that's 4 movies. But October also has a Friday the 13th. Now, in honor of Friday the 13th, since I am a Friday the 13th super fan, I feel like that Friday has to be dedicated to a Friday the 13th film. So there are several on YouTube that are fan films, so that Friday will be one of those. That leaves 3 Fridays open, and here's what we're gonna do. I've got a list of 10 films. We're about to go through them all, and I will post them in the comments or description of this video, but you're gonna vote. But I want you to vote for one, because this is round 1. Vote for the one that you want me to watch most. We'll leave this up for a week across all social media. The winner of that poll will automatically become the second movie that I watch in October. The movie with the least amount of votes will be given the old Spanish Archer, El Bo. That's a Def Leppard joke. That'll leave us with 8 movies left. Now, if you've watched Rage You Nerds before, you know I'm a tournament guy, so we're gonna have a good old-fashioned horror movie tournament. Over the next few weeks, after the first poll closes, you guys will get to vote for the remaining 2 movies that I watch in an 8-movie elimination tournament. Sounds complicated, but it's not. Let's take a look at that list real quick. Some of these movies you may have seen already, and that's okay too. If you like the movie, vote for it for number 1. The Menu. A young couple travels to a remote island to eat at an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. Knock at the Cabin on Peacock. A family vacationing in a remote cabin is suddenly held hostage by 4 strangers who ask something unimaginable. Then we have Scream 6 on Paramount+. This is basically Jason Takes Manhattan, only with Ghostface. Up next, Sick on Peacock. Tyler Murphy is attacked and killed in his dorm room by a masked assailant after receiving anonymous text messages. That sounds fun. After that, No One Gets Out Alive on Netflix. Amber is an immigrant in search for the American dream, but when she's forced to take a room in a boarding house, she finds herself in a nightmare she can't escape. Up next is Lights Out on Netflix. A young woman must confront her childhood fears to protect her brother from a vengeful supernatural entity holding a mysterious attachment to their mother. Up next is Megan, or as I call it, M3GAN. Listen, we all know what Megan's about. It's basically Child's Play with AI, only a female doll with better special effects. And if you've seen it and you know that I'm wrong, go ahead and comment below, and go ahead and vote for that movie. Up next, The Long Night on AMC+. A devoted couple's quiet weekend takes a bizarre turn when a nightmarish cult and their maniacal leader come to fulfill an apocalyptic prophecy. After that, we got Before I Wake on Netflix. Before I Wake is a fantasy horror movie about a grieving couple who adopt a foster child, but then strange things, such as ghosts and monsters, start appearing. Sounds like my style. And finally, we have Open 24 Hours, which is on YouTube. After setting her serial killer boyfriend on fire, a paranoid, delusional woman gets a job at an all-night gas station. That sounds exciting. So anyways, that is the list. Go vote right now in the comments, whatever platform you're watching this on. We're going to post this to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I've got a special surprise. Kids, I now have a Patreon. For only $1 a month, you can now sponsor a child from Ethiopia. No, wait. For only $1 a month, you now have access to these polls. So I want to elaborate on Patreon real quick. Until this tournament is done, all Patreon members are going to have the same access to polls as everywhere else on social media. The only difference is, if you subscribe to Patreon, your vote's going to count as 2. This is really a way to keep everyone involved and still get the perks of Patreon, since I'm really just starting out on that platform. But after this horror tournament is over, all polls will be exclusively on Patreon, and Patreon members will get to request what I watch next. And after this year, I'm not going to be limiting myself to just horror shorts. I'm opening it way up, and you get to decide what that's going to be. Now, there are a few different tiers on Patreon because that's what Patreon recommends, so choose the one that works best for you. Don't forget though, the higher the tier, the more perks, such as a monthly live chat, full-length reactions, etc. And again, any and all help is appreciated. These reaction videos are now an investment for me, and I'm so happy to have you guys along for the ride. Okay, enough blabbing. Back to the tournament. And the main reason I created the Patreon, guys, is Daddy needs a new computer. This video editing stuff can get expensive, and I am poor. Okay, like I said, that's the list. Go vote in the comments below the one you want me to watch the most. At the end of 7 days, we'll tally them up. We'll pick the winner. The one with the least amount of votes will get eliminated, and then we will start the 8-movie Horror Fest tournament, in which you, the voters, will pick the final 2 movies that I watch this October. Like I said, depending on where you're at, what platform you're watching on, that list is either going to be in the comment section or it will be in the video description, so go check it out and leave a comment with your vote. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave us a like, comment on the video because that's how you vote, and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on another platform, do all those things I just said if you haven't already. Let the games begin. That was my best evil laugh. I'm so sorry. All right, quick, go vote now. Go. You, right there. Go vote.